Supply chain management, unit number 4, assignment feedback. So for this one, first of all, I want to thank you everyone for the hard effort and well, playing the game is not a big effort. It's more fun than actually writing something else. But anyways, everybody did a very, very great assignment in the reflections. I think everyone really understood hands-on how a supply chain works, and that made me very happy because your reflections were very good. Some of you really went very in depth on how you feel frustrated in some areas and how you perform well in some areas, and you really explained me very well. So thank you so much for your hard effort. And now let's go down to some of the learning points that I wanted you to learn in this unit. So first of all, let's go to the question number 1, major drivers of your success or failure. So here I've read a lot of carelessness, right? Some people just did, let's see how, and I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna click there, I'm gonna put more marketing and see how it goes, I'm gonna bribe the officers, or I'm just gonna put more fodder, and then that didn't work very well. Okay. Also, another big problem was over focusing on a certain activity. So here we have to understand that supply chain management is not just working focusing on the supply, it's not just working on the production, it's not just working in marketing. Everything has a very strong correlation. The moment that we start to fail in something, the whole engine starts to fail. So that is a good learning point in there, right? For this one, what changed? Did it go better or worse if you had a strategy? Well, here I assume that you had a bit more cautious approach to it. So in this case, we can say that in reality, strategic plans are necessary. You really need to understand what are you gonna do first. I'm sure nobody really wrote down like this is strategies that I will try, I will see how it works, increase a little bit of there. So still your strategies were there, but still lacked a bit of documentation, and that's what we do in reality. We really document everything, we do really monitor everything, and we make sure that uh, our plans work in the long term. Also, many of you just thought of the very short term, and that doesn't work in real life. We need strategic plans, understand the resources of the company, understand the demand, the forecast the demand, and see what are the possible solutions or so that we have. Okay, this one, question number 2, does quality of the products affect consumption? So here, learning point, quality will always drive. Okay, it is not marketing, it is no other functions. You can have a lot of marketing, but in marketing increases the demand. The problem is that if the quality is not consistent, consumers are not going to continue purchasing. It's going to be always a one-time buy. And another implication of quality is that it has a high cost. So in your case, what was the high cost? You want to produce more, you're gonna produce more slowly because you're not filling it with all the fodder or any other things, and that is something that happens in reality too. We want to have quality products. We may not use any fillers to the product. We may not use products that are of are not good quality, and in the end, like I said, consumers keep complaining about it, and again it's a one-time try. Yeah, you can say on the advertisings, marketing, this hamburger is perfect, this is the best one, but once you try it then and you feel the bad quality, you don't purchase it again. Okay, so that tackles questions 2 and 3. Now we have, how did environmental conditions affect your supply chain? Well, here, learning point, external factors always affect and we cannot ignore them. We cannot just say, well, I'm just gonna have some shortcuts and see how that works. No, external factors always will affect us, as well as stakeholders and shareholders. Stakeholders in this case could be the consumer, could be other employees, like for example, if you started to fire them, what happens to them? So we cannot neglect them. So we need to understand that. And second thing, in the question number 5, also here, whether you ignored or not the shareholders. In reality, yeah, shareholders have a very big impact, very big decision, because if we don't make money for them, they quickly fire us. That is a reality in real life. But now, when we have a good strategic plan, we can say, okay, things are not gonna go well for 2, 3, 5 years. I need you to wait for that. And once we're stabilized, we have a long term of 7 to 10 years, then we will start to see the increases. So we should never subdue to the pressure of investors, because in the end, if we have a good strategic plan, we have the projection of what's going to happen, and that we need to manage them. Yeah, for some time they're not going to be happy, but you have to show some results. Like for example, maybe I'm not still not making very good profit, but I managed to stabilize the production of the meat. I managed to stabilize the consumer consumption. So in that case, we can go in a better direction, right? So what did you do when your burger supply was very low? Here again, important thing is supply chain management needs a balance, and that's simple as that, right? Understanding the capacity and your internal strengths, how much we can produce. That's important thing. Okay. Um, Number seven, strategy, cautious or aggressive. You have all very different personalities, and that's what make CEOs, good CEOs or bad CEOs. They have their own personalities, their way of thinking, and applying their knowledge and experience. So this is a reflection uh, of your understanding of business, also your understanding of video gaming, and you're paying attention to many things. So here again, it's a very different thing. It's not good or bad to be aggressive. Some companies are very aggressive, some companies are more take less time, and they are more patient, right? So so here, like I said, most important thing is that you reflect a little bit about yourself and how real life is also very complex. Big companies are more complex in this game, and for the same reason, we have to do the planning, the scheduling, and monitoring of our performance. And that is something that you have to do it for every single activity that you do, right? I see, for example, that now with the online teaching, many students are neglecting many of their activities and leaving things for last minute, and that doesn't work very well. And that is precisely what we do in the supply chain management. We need to be detailed. We need to look at everything. And we need to be accurate and measure to see whether we're really performing at the highest levels, and if we're not, how are we gonna change that? Okay, and then question, well, not question, number nine, who were the high scorers? So first scorer was a Marguerite. Actually, they are all foreign students, believe it or not. So we have Margarita, who was the highest. Then we have Sean, I got the feeling that he was playing non-stop until he got a very good score, but I mean, benefit of the doubt, I don't know. Then we got Melissa and Amina. Okay, so let me think of what's gonna be the prize for them, and then of course, I will give it to them. I won't ignore it. Okay, thank you so much again for playing. And well, I don't know if you want next step, we can do the McDonald's championship. Okay, with more strict rules. Anyways, thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks for your assignment. Very good job, and I need you to continue focus the way you did in this unit. Thank you so much.